Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a gain of 34.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kyler Murray, 35 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Kill. Chess, Mike 57. Watch the curl. Delta.
First down, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Looking here for Smith downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
That's it.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Keep it out.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch one. Target.
On 2nd and 1, Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Oh, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on second down. Murray. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Let's go now. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, it's Logan. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on fourth down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray sets to throw on fourth. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check. Okay. Check out. Check. Check. Fresno. What? Watch twins.
On first and 10, here's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on second and 3, Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You got tight right there. Eddie, welcome. Look small. Mike 2. Say no. Mike 2. Watch 2. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 6.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, Murray. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Mike 2, Mike 2. Check, 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 check. Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2. They're not ready for this, man. For this, they still playing soccer.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Bridgewater to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Mike 2. Time to go, night-night. Echo. Mike 2, watch 2.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Out. 22, jet, over. 22, jet, over. Mike 2. Quit talking about it.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. We got 4. Say.
Murray now to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. Past the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give, right side. Logan. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
47, Mike, 47. Check 24, check 24.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Delta. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming. Huh. Double up. Try. Double up. Check it out.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
He's mine. That's it. Choose the mic. Here we go. Squeeze. Watch out.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays...
And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 56 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
I'm coming after you. Mike 2. Hustle.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going. Out of bounds.
It's a gain of 29. And the Saints first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
I'm coming. Yo, switch. Off. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm going to run you over. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he whips that one incomplete there. The target that time, Michael Thomas.
But now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be third and 13.
Hey, easy. Mike, hey, kill. Pick it up. Hey, exit. Watch two. Watch the screen. Pass.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. From the 39, Murray caught on the right side by Adams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Tight on the left. 2 6. 4 down. Under crunch. Go. Motion. Leo. Under 10.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Touchdown. Shady Webb. I don't think you got it, son. Check 50. Go.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. 64. Pretty quiet. Check. All right.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, easy. Let him. Like 2. Hey, foxtrot. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's Murray. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
25, check 25, check 20, 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. 3, check 3.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Throw left side completes Isabella. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. 4 down, 4 down. Switch, switch. Zoom, zoom.
Murray now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
12, 12, 12. Jim, 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 Jim. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. 20 seconds.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Yellow lady. Check, check, check.
First down.
Connect.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Kill, 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 kill.
46-yard line.
53. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Go. Here we go, here we go. Smoke.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Good track, good track. Hey, easy. Motion. 5-8. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 57, 57's right. Go, go. 57. Mike.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Easy, opposite, opposite, opposite. Check safety, check safety.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 2, watch 2.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
13. Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run on second down with Adams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 34.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the ringo. Tight ends on the ringo. Out. 3 down. Out. Hey, kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. 39 yards there. A big one.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Ready. Yellow lady. The ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's go kill. Showing it.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Murray now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Adams. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's bring it easy.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw is Breeze. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll go option to the short side. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
24 is the mic. I got it. Set go. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
Murray with a third and long. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Breeze now on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Opposite.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
0-2.
Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go option on second down, right side. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Switch up. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. They'll run on first down. It's Adams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Saints' 14-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Strong right.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
First and goal, Arizona.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.